Welcome back. I recently read an interview with Max Martin, and it was very interesting. So, for those of you that don't know, because he's not like really famous among, like he's very famous among songwriters and producers and, people in the industry, but for the average person out there, they've never even heard of Max Martin. And the funny thing is that Max Martin is considered one of the best, at least on paper, one of the best songwriters in history, okay? Only third, I believe, to John Lennon and Paul McCartney. That's a pretty amazing thing. And the way that they established that, of course, is with how many number ones a songwriter has. So how many number one hits? Okay, now, Max Martin doesn't perform. He's not an artist in that sense. He doesn't perform his songs. He writes them for other people. But he's still credited, of course, as a songwriter with these number ones. And I think he's got 17, 18 number ones, 20. And believe me, that's a lot. Okay, I think John Lennon had 20 or has 25 number ones, I believe, and Paul McCartney. Anyway, the point is that he's one of the most successful songwriters in history. And this is what he had to say about lyrics. It's very important. And for those of us that have followed this guy, we know that he doesn't put a lot of emphasis or importance on lyrics. They are important, of course, but it's not the be-all, end-all. He mostly focuses on the impact that a syllable or a vowel or a consonant or, a particular word is going to have in the song. Just phonetically and sonically rather than as far as meaning goes. So, and the reason for that is because he grew up listening to the Beatles and Elton John, but the thing is that he didn't understand English. So for him, it was all gibberish, okay? He didn't understand what they were talking about, but he felt the meaning. He felt the songs. They moved him anyway, even though he didn't understand what they were talking about. That's pretty amazing. And I did a very quick video recently about that, about Despacito. I had done a song of the week for my students on my course. We do one, every week we pick a song and we use these songwriting techniques from the Melody Experiment on a famous song. And I picked Despacito. And Despacito, of course, is in Spanish. I don't know what they're talking about, obviously, right? I don't speak Spanish. But I did a little bit of research on the song and, I watched the video as well. And, you get the sense that it's about a girl. It's about, something about a relationship probably. There's a beautiful woman in there. But anyway, the point is, in watching that video, I noticed on YouTube that it had over 8 billion, I think it's 8.5 billion views, which is more than the population of this planet. It's a lot of views. And I bet you that most of those people don't understand Spanish. They don't speak Spanish. And yet they connected with that song, which is pretty amazing. So I just wanted to do a quick video just to touch on that and just to sort of emphasize that feeling, okay, is more important than message. The impact of emotion, which really is not always done. It's done lyrically, you can do it lyrically, but the melody has to be there as well. And it's even more important than the lyrics, in my humble opinion, okay? So that's my opinion based on my experience, not only as a songwriter, but also as a consumer of music. It's that impact, because oftentimes, even when it's in English, sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. Michael Jackson, when I was a kid and I was listening to Michael Jackson, I didn't know what he was saying. Now, I'd make up my own words, like a Billie Jean. I understood Billie Jean, but that's about it, I struggled to understand in the way that they sang, even though it was English. But still, I was moved. It didn't make a difference. To be honest with you, when I found out the lyrics, what they were, okay, they were cool, but I wasn't that impressed. I still loved the song just the same. Didn't change anything for me. And that's why Max Martin and other producers and songwriters as well focus on that melodic line and the music and the feeling and the emotion that it's communicating. Oftentimes when they're demoing a song and they have they've got this idea and they want to do a quick demo just to pitch it and just to get a feel for it and, to have other people listen to it, oftentimes what they'll do is, because, lyrics can take a while. So lyrics if they have an idea and they want to quickly get it out there and just get the feeling from, an exec or an A&R person or whatever, or an artist, they'll gibberish it. They'll get the singer to sing it, the session singer, or even the artist if they're available, but they'll just gibberish. They won't have, because they don't have lyrics yet. So they'll just gibberish it and then work out the lyrics later, but that's what they want. Do we have the emotion? Do we have that connection? Do we have the power in this melodic line? Yes? Okay, let's write the lyrics. So it's interesting. But anyway, just food for thought. Hope that helps you guys. I'll see you next time.